Emergency savings accounts are there for unexpected expenses, but a new report shows more Americans are using that money for everyday expenses.
More than 1/3 of Americans tapped into their emergency savings in the past year. WIFR reporter Alyssa Kelly meets with financial experts to learn why this can lead to a debt spiral.
This data comes for Bankrate's 2025 annual emergency savings report. Experts tells me the percentage of people spending their emergency savings is alarming and could put a strain on their budgets.
Well, for a lot of people, groceries, rent, and utilities are going up, and it's eating up a lot of the budget. So they've had to dip into the emergency savings to, do the fun stuff at the end of the month.
Experts warn that Americans, especially young people, are tapping into emergency savings for everyday expenses. Dan Leonard of Anchor Wealth Management says this can lead to debt.
What could happen is if you have a real emergency, a car repair or a doctor, you don't have those funds set aside, so you end up relying on personal loans or credit cards or having to borrow from a family member.
That can set back important life plans like buying a home or starting a family.
Kind of gets you in a debt spiral where you're having trouble making the minimum on those payments.
Alyssa Ebert with Class Financial says in the last 24 months, we saw a period of average earnings outpacing inflation. Before that, it was the opposite.
The average earning growth did not cover the inflationary growth of our average goods that we're spending our paychecks on. So for a lot of people, I think it's because we saw a few really tough years.
Ebert says using your savings can be a slippery slope.
So it's really, really important that people are working to find help on budgeting, finding areas they can cut back on, looking for ways to strategically get themselves out of a position where they're relying on credit card debt, because it really is something you can get sucked into so easily.
Experts recommend saving 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in case of emergencies, especially if you are preparing for a major lifestyle change.
Thank you, Alyssa. And Bankrate says 1 in 3 Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings.
And this increase comes after a period of high inflation in 2023.